happy moment, but it's a thing here to remember our pets, our dogs. It's, I remember that my dog died in 2002. I wept so much and I felt so bad that I felt guilty because I didn't do that for my father when he died. But I got to think about why. Some people know, some people don't. I have esophageal cancer. I remember when I was first sick, with the chemo and the radiation. I wanted to just lay there. I felt like I had a rock on my body. But my dogs wanted me to go out. And they would look at me and I said, okay, I'll go. And I would start coming along no matter how sick I was. And I just doing it and doing it and doing it. And then when I got home at night and I had the fears coming to me, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I would get my dog Fannie, wherever she is there, and hug her. And all that would dissipate from me. And then when I went into the hospital, finally, I had the chemo, they gave me surgery, they took everything out of me, my stomach, everything. And I hardly could make it through there, But when I got, I went up in ICU 50 days, and when I got out, my dogs were with my sister in Pennsylvania. So I came back out of the hospital, I got there. This dog here was jumping up and down when he saw me, But Fannie didn't move. She just looked at me. I never felt so much love just hitting me. It hit me that it bring me to tears. So there's something special about that. About a year after that, the doctor, my oncologist told me, he says, we didn't expect you to live this long. I said, thanks, And I said, then why am I here then? And she said, I have no idea. I think it's my dogs. It's my dogs that made me feel that way. It was the love that humans don't have. So this is the reason I'm still around. All right. And
she's named after?
She's named after here on Fannie. It was a tombstone. And on a tombstone it says, only a dog you say, so critic, only a dog, but truth I prize. The truest love I want in living lay in the deeps of her limpid eyes. Frost of the winter, nor heat of the summer could make her fail. My footsteps led, remembering her fears in its treasured casket, the name of my darling who lieth dead. That's a tombstone over in Greenwood Cemetery. It's in the family plot of Eliza Howe, invented the sewing machine. None of the humans got an epitaph, only the dog did. So, so she was named after Fannie was named after her. So, well, here we got to memorize the dogs is that one point, is that one thing they have over humans. Dogs do not cause wars. These dogs do not stab people in the back. They don't drink. They don't drink. They don't do any of these things.
They might eat pizza off the sidewalk.
They might eat pizza off the sidewalk. Yeah, they don't pollute the environment really. So they give it unqualified, unconditional love. My dog Daisy died in 2002. I have her here tattooed to me. I still feel her around me since 2002. It's like she's never left sometimes. This is Jupiter.
Well, we also lost our beautiful Mastiff, Yuffie, around 7 years ago, and it was a heartbreaking situation. She was only 6. She got cancer at 5, and we lost her when she was 6. It's always unexpected when you're young, but I think it's unexpected any time. You develop such a close bond with your pet, and I think it's only something that other dog owners, probably cat owners also can appreciate. You just really connect to them, and when they leave, it's like losing a family member. So, I still think of her a lot. We have our other child here who's been wonderful company.
I told someone we downsized from grand size to large.
So a friend had written a poem when Yuffie died, which I'll share with you. It tugs the heart when an old dog dies. We feel we failed its trust. It breaks the heart when a young dog dies. We know it isn't just. But what does nature know of justice? Her laws are not our own. She gives us canine friends to love, yet makes each gift alone. She slights the heart and I rebel. I shake my fists and beat my brow. I'd like to make her mend her ways in wood, but no, not how. One more fragile circle. We who choose to surround ourselves with lives even more temporary than our own live within a fragile circle, easily and often breached. Unable to accept its awful gaps, we still would live no other way. To cherish memory is the only certain immortality, never fully understanding the necessary plan.
When Tony mentioned his father, brought a thing to mind. When my father turned 80 years old, he bought himself a black Labrador puppy. He said, all my life you kids have given me the dogs you couldn't do anything with because I lived in the country. He said, I want my own. And to this day, there are more pictures of that dog in this house than grandchildren. So,
I know people like that.
yeah, so I'm going to read the names of dogs who have just passed away in this past year. By owners and the dog's name, and you know, if I come to you and you'd like to say something, that's fine. And then once this is finished with, anyone else who's not on my list, if you want to share anything, you're welcome to it, and then we'll put some flowers on our little tree here. I have Otto and Sadie, who had a dog named Kika, who passed away. Dia, who has lost Sabrina, who's sitting over here.
How are you, dear? You want to say anything, dear?
Okay. And Mark and Karen Stewart lost a dog named Doug. And Doug lived in my neighborhood, and he was a standard poodle, maybe about 4 or 5 years old. And unfortunately went in for an ACL operation and didn't emerge. Too many complications. But Doug never walked on a leash. Despised other dogs, thought of himself as a human. And he just would walk along and just ignore you while you're talking to the owner. He was great. We have Gail Guzman, who had lost a dog named Tag, and she can't be here today because she's picking up her new puppy. So, and Tag had made it across country at the age of something like 15 or 16 years old, and spent his last year in Christmas Park. Pat, I think her name is Sawyer, lost a dog named Miles. Donna, Phil, Andy, Cameron, and Snowflake.
I'd like to say something.
Sure.
Snowflake loved this park. She was also a friend of Doug's. I like to offer condolences. I love Snowflake. She was my best friend, and even walking here, she showed me many things. More than a friend, a guide, and an inspiration. And she'll always live in our hearts.
Thank you. Barbara, Tom Barron, Manfred, who was a big old German Shepherd. He lived forever. He was a wonderful dog, too. Daria and Nestor Cervantes, they lost Buddy and Sammy. Michelle Civic lost Boo. And Denise lost a dog named Chaucer. Liz and Sharon lost a dog named JJ. Barry Fryer and Stephanie Mara lost Rhoda. And Bob and Marion Cohen lost Fanny. Ray Barbara Augsburger lost Nina, who are here today. Michael Devereux lost Apollo. Who I just saw him go by. JJ and Carrie lost Dodie. Who, how old was she?
She was 17.
17,
Wow.
and made it to see overlap with this young man.
Good. And she came up here from below the Mason-Dixon line.
That's right, Southern girl. Spent the last days living the high life at Prospect Park.
We have a lady named Kat, which is a misname around here, who lost a dog named Freedy. And Deb Manheim, who is now in Las Vegas. Michael finally passed away. And he was a tough case. We remember Michael. Yeah, and then Sharon Azar lost Schnapsy, and Harold, who was a cat actually too. So we give people time. And also, at last but not least, is Julius Harrison, who lost a dog named Patches. Hopefully he'll be by later. So if anyone else is here would like to share a memory, or sure, try.
Lucky. He used to stand up under that tree with his box of Rocco. Well,
Okay.
Rocky passed away 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
He was also a friend of
13 years
Snowflake.
old. Wow.
Yeah.
He was like a puppy. I didn't think
Yeah. Lucky couldn't. We spoke to him last night, but he couldn't make it here today. But I don't want Rocky not to be remembered.
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. Anybody else?
I just want to share some pictures of Nina, who is Barbara and Ray's dog, and my dog Rhoda. This is over at East River Park because that's the neighborhood that we live in. But Rhoda's last outing was actually here in Prospect Park, just like 3 days before she died. And they were like best friends. They both died this year. Our dog Rhoda just died 3 weeks ago. And Nina died earlier in the year. Yeah, so.
We have the flowers here, and we encourage you to take a flower in honor of your departed pets. Place them by the tree here in the fence as a memory.
Did they bring him home?
Who, him?
Yeah.
They went swimming.
Snowflake. What was your dog's name?
Nina.
Oh, Nina.
Nina.
Oh, she's beautiful.
I don't think Noah could walk it.
She's beautiful.
She's like planted on the ground. No, she died. Remember Nina? You saw her, you remember her.
I'm going to put this one up for Doug. Doug?
You want me to photograph you?
Oh, sure. And I'll put one up for Rocco.
This is for Doug. This is for Rocco.
Pablo!
Princess was a great Dane.
Really?
Yeah, I had a great Dane. I never had a small dog before this. I had big dogs. Penny, my German Shorthair Pointer, kept people away from hurting anybody in the family. And she was very sweet. Anybody could talk. It didn't matter.
Would you like to say something about your dog?
Oh, this is Chow Bella.
Chow Bella was the former owner's name.
She wound up in CACC
Uh-huh.
in late May of 2007. My second dog, Olmsted, had died in February of 2007. I was planning in a vague sort of way to get a new dog, but no definite plan. And the people of FidoNet took Chow Bella out of the CAC to put her at a table so that people could see her. I was going to a hardware store at the time with no particular plans in mind.
And she came into your life.
That's it, to make a long story short.
That's great. Thank you.
She is my third dog. I walked dogs in Prospect Park since 1985.
Hello. Hello.